Hey guys, I am finally giving you your video for chapters 3 through 8. I don't feel terribly bad about it because we're all on vacation, and if I'm honest, I think everybody's waiting till Saturday and Sunday anyway. So I'm here though to give you your overview for the last few chapters, and so we're starting with chapter 3. Here we go, chapters 3 through 7. And then just as a reminder, so for chapters 3 through 7, you're doing 4 pages analysis, and then chapters 8 through 12, another 4 pages of analysis. So, and then you've got your 2 philosophical experiments to do your write-up about on for the website. Okay, so in chapter 3, we go into the year 1880, which is the hardest year of Ivan Ilyich's life. He talks a bit about ennui on page 9. Ennui is an important idea. Plus it's just a fun word, but there's an internet meme of the ennui cat, and it's a whole black and white thing that's kind of fun. You should look it up. But on page 9a, it says he experienced ennui for the first time in his life, and not only ennui, but intolerable depression. And so ennui is just kind of this boredom with life. Like, you're not depressed, you just don't have a lot of excitement or much fun going on with anything. And so he experiences this ennui, and then it goes past ennui into depression. So those are different things. And so he decides that no matter what, he's just got to get his salary of 5,000 rubles a year. He's making 3,500. He needs to make 5,000. That's going to make him happy. And on page 9b, we find out that all his ill humor toward his former enemies and his whole department vanished, and Ivan Ilyich was completely happy. Money and status are what make Ivan Ilyich happy at this point. And so he also is not seeing much of his wife, and that's a really good thing. So it's on page 10, as he's decorating the new house, that the pivotal event of the chapter, or of the work, happens. And so he's climbing up and showing the upholsterer exactly how he wants his curtains, when he has to hang on. He falls and hits his side. I was actually just talking to my brother-in-law, who is a surgeon, and asking him, like, what would the medical causes of this be? And he gave me some ideas, and we can talk about those next week. But I think what's really interesting here is, like, the diagnosis or the cause is less significant than the impact than that has on Ivan Ilyich. It's more about, like, the philosophical concept of life and death that he has to deal with that's more important to him. And then, so right after that, he's actually proud of himself for what happens, because, he can survive, whereas a lesser man would have been injured right away. And then they find out a little bit later on that he really is injured. And it's chapter 4, we find out that he's got a queer taste in his mouth and some discomfort in his left side. And so then this turns into this sense of pressure. And one thing that I think is really interesting is on page 12, we get Praskovia Fedorovna's point of view. He blames his wife because things just aren't perfect. He's done what he's supposed to do. He is supposed to, provide the income for the lifestyle, and she's supposed to provide the lifestyle itself. So she finds out, or we get from her point of view, that she realized it was due to some physical derangement brought on by taking food. So she restrained herself and did not answer, but only hurried to get dinner over. She regarded this self-restraint as highly praiseworthy. So I want you to think about what that means, the fact that she sees herself this way. And we get this short little passage from her point of view, and I want you to think about it as being from her point of view. And then we get the parallels between Ivan Ilyich and the doctor, and the way that they both behave towards their clients or customers or patients, or however you want to see it. And they both deal with this basic attitude of condescension, how they condescend to the people who they're supposed to be dealing with. And then, let's see, his issues with the family. It's a couple of chapters on when we get to this issue of it. Ultimately, at the end of chapter 4, he feels very isolated. And that sense of isolation, like when you're sick, that isolation becomes really, really impactful.